Hi, this is Barry, retired after 40 years as an electrician and have decided to take up the hobby of quilting. Yay! Never thought in my wildest dreams that's what I would be doing, but I'm so glad I did. It has opened so many opportunities to me as far as just socializing, just getting out, making friends, learning new things. It is also good for your mind because it's not a ton of mathematics, but you got to use some math to calculate things. So I'd say it's good for the old noggin. It keeps your cognitive, can I say that word right? Cognitive brain working. So I highly recommend it if you've never done it. Join along. I just started. So join me on the journey. I'm learning every day. That's why I wanted to show you some things that in the last couple of months that I've purchased that I really like, and some things that I don't really like. And maybe you can learn from my mistakes or whatever, but I wanted to show you a few things. And the first one I wanted to show you is this cutting mat. I bought this cutting mat. This one's a 12 inch. Actually, the dimensions are about 13 inches, I think, overall, but it's got a 12-inch grid in here. What I like about it is this thing turns. So you lay your material on the mat, and instead of having to turn your material around, which if you've done this before, you know that it slips and stretches and whatever, that all you have to do here is just rotate the mat. So I think you get a more accurate cut that way. I'm really happy I bought this. I bought it at Hobby Lobby. They sell these everywhere. Not only are they square, you can buy them round. It's up to your preference of what you want. I like this one. This one was a good one for me. I caught it on sale. Like Hobby Lobby has a sale like every other week. I think I paid like $20 for this. So to me, it was well worth the money just for the aggravation of not moving the fabric around. Something that I don't like, that I'm sorry that I bought these rulers actually before I started quilting for another project, and this would come in like a set of four, and they were really cheap, but now I sort of understand why they were cheap. There's a 45 line here, but it doesn't intersect the corners, which I would think that it would do, especially if you're going to do things like half square triangles. You would want this thing to intersect the corner to corner. There's a 60-degree and a 45-degree. Maybe these are good for, and I think there's a 30-degree here, but nothing intersects the corners. I just don't recommend these, especially if you're starting out. If you guys are a lot more knowledgeable than I am or why you would need that one, like this, I got this one here. This Fiskers here, it actually has a line through here, right from corner to corner. I added little tabs. You can buy the creative grids. They're a little bit more expensive, but they're nice rulers, and they already have the grip on the back of them. But you can buy these little grips and add to them and make them lock, and that keeps the fabric. It doesn't keep it from moving, but it helps keep it from moving. So I highly recommend that, adding little grips in there. But like I said, look at this 45 from corner to corner. That's what you want, in my opinion, in my not very vast knowledge. Let's go to the feet. If you've experienced what I have, you'll know what I mean. I bought my Juki come with a scant 1/4 inch. I went out and purchased a 1/4 inch, and then I also went out and bought a 1/4 inch with a seam guide. It has a little guide right here that keeps your fabric from going past this side. This little baby here, $50. It works really good at what it does, but I constantly find myself having to change the foot. And if you've done it as much as I did in the last quilt that I was making, that was a pain. Besides having to rethread the machine if it come unthreaded or whatever, this is probably the #1 thing. So I went out the other day and bought this. This is called a magnetic seam guide, and it just lays right beside your foot, right beside there. It's got a really strong magnet on it, and it actually sits over on this side. Whenever you need the seam guide, you got it. Whenever you don't, you just pull it off. The difference is hard to change out, or not easy to change out, and you got to constantly change it out versus just put it on and take it off whenever you want to. $50, $50 plus dollars, $5. So you tell me what you want, but I'm gonna tell you what, this little magnetic seam guide has been a game changer in my short piecing career. I'm $5. Anybody want to buy a $50 seam guide? Anyways, I'm not gonna sell it. Other little baby that I bought this week, and maybe it came last week, is a Panasonic Cordless Iron. This is my, if that wasn't my pride and joy, this is my pride and joy, because I love the fact that I can leave the base over here. And I found out, you know, I told you that on this Husky table, I was worried about heat. This base, I have not noticed any problems with heat on this table. So I can literally set that over here on the table, pull this off, come over here and iron, and I think it keeps it hot for several minutes, so you don't have to worry about pulling it off of here and it getting cold all of a sudden. Also, this cartridge pulls off really easy, and you can go over and fill it. It's got a little nice little spot here to fill, put it back in. So it's just a joy to have. And people say, if you ever watch any reviews on these things, that you can just like that take it to retreats or whatever. It's got a nice little carrying case. And I don't know, I never thought I'd be in love with an iron, but there I am. Let me show you this one. This is the last thing I want to show you. It is not a need, it is a want, but I wanted it. And this little bad boy, let me see, did I got the right side? This is a better side. This bad boy is a 1922 Singer 127. And I liked it because the lettering was pretty good on it still, because you'll find a lot of these that the lettering is, you know, eaten away if they've done heavy use, but it seems like it's pretty well intact on this one. I bought this at a thrift store for 25 bucks. And the only purpose, then they said it works, and you know, everything seems to work on it okay. It's a treadle. It's for a treadle base. I'm just going to put it up here for display. It was just something. It was a want. It was not a need, but I wanted to show it to you. So, ta-da! Hopefully in the next week, this room will be fully done and we can get down to business. So I've been spending too much time between the weather and working on this room. I got the heater covers on. I'll show you the heater covers and everything. The new electric outlets are in, the new switches are on. Like I said, the trim and a little bit of painting where I had to do some patching is about all I got left in here. And then I'm going to give you a little tour, but it was 6 degrees out. I'm not going outside and sawing any trim today. I'm going to start next video, probably start on another pattern for another quilt. Not basically a quilt. I think I'm going to do a wall hanging. I want to start doing some wall hangings in here, and follow along with me and give me, I always like your tips. Oh, and I know I got a lot of tips about the height of this machine, and I need to set up higher. I'll tell you two things, my thoughts on this. Yeah, you're probably right. Two, I don't spend hours and hours and hours at a time here. I take lots of breaks. You know, people say you got to get up to so much to exercise. Believe me, I'm up and down a lot. I spend, actually, because I've been working on a room, I haven't got to spend as much time sewing as I wanted to. But I don't know. I've been an electrician. I'm used to working with my hands over my head for 40 years. So working right here, to me, that seems natural. I know people said that I'm too low, but actually I think that right here, I can actually see what I'm doing better than if I was up here looking down. I don't know. I'm not saying that I'm right or you're wrong or whatever about it, but I'm going to wait till I get the room done. Then we can talk about adjusting this. Maybe I just need to lower the table down. That's we'll see. Puckering. I noticed a lot of you commented about the quilt that I was making that there was puckering, and I agreed, but I opted to not change it until after I'm done, and I'll tell you why. Because I didn't want the top part of my quilt to be puckered and the bottom part of mine to not be. And so I said, you know what, let's just finish it how it is, and maybe it'll come out in the wash, maybe it won't. Maybe I can blame it on the wash. I don't know, but you know, if I change in midstream, it might look a little. That quilt's not going to be perfect anyway. I mean, it's perfect to me. It's my first, but it's got flaws in it. But I don't want to add to it by having half of it one way and half of it another. I hope you understand. But anyways, I will see you later. Remember to make memories, because memories are what's most important. And I'll see you later. Bye.